I just moved into the city late last year from DC, so I came in to see what's going on. Trying to see what's going on in Patchwerk Studios. I do engineering myself. I'm a producer, so it's always good to try and find out different techniques from established producers, engineers. So that's why I came.
Sometimes the main struggle is the politics. You know what I'm saying? The politics of each building. You know, understanding the hierarchy of each building, understanding how to get my song to this person, to that person, to get to the right A&R who's going to listen to it with open ears. Because a lot of A&Rs do this. You know, and this is no slight against A&Rs. I have a lot of friends who are A&Rs. A lot of A&Rs, you know, go to the Billboard, look at the top 20 positions, and say, okay, yo, we're going to hire B. Cox, Jermaine Dupri, Drummer Boy, Timbaland. You know, they go to the go-to people. They got the top, whoever's hot that week or hot that month. We're going to go try them first. But back in the day, a lot of, you know, you had the hit makers, but they also took a lot of chances on up-and-coming producers and songwriters because it really was about the song. And I think that the main struggle, and even me being 10 years in the business and being as successful, as blessed as I've been, the struggle is still understanding the politics and getting in and understanding who do you get next to get the right song, to get to LA. You know what I'm saying? Or when you in that office with Jimmy, you know, because you're talking, especially like a Jimmy Iovine or like a Tom Wally or you know, these guys don't have. Tom Wally is the president of Warner Brothers Records. People, you guys should know who Jimmy Iovine is. You know, these are middle-aged white men who don't really, you know, you know, Tom Wally signed Tupac, you know, but they made rock records, man. Like Jimmy produced U2 and John Lennon, and you know, so I'm walking up in there with, you know, R&B record. You know, he don't like R&B. He thinks R&B is a black country music. But you know, if it was a hit record, if it comes out and it works, then okay, you know, we claim it. When Mary J. Blige came out and sold what she sold, he claimed that. Yeah, cool. Mary J. Whoa. Keisha Cole, oh, yeah, you know, cool. Fuck yeah. You know, he'll claim it, but he ain't passionate about it. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same language how I could sit across the desk from L.A. Reid, and L.A. Reid gets it. He used to make R&B. He's made some of the most influential R&B records of our generation. You know what I'm saying? So even when it comes to hip hop, Jimmy Iovine and these guys who are making millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on hip hop, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They laughed at Soulja Boy by Interscope before it was a hit. They thought it was a joke. I'm telling you, I was there when they played it, when DJ brought that record in, and they played it. They thought it was a joke. That record blew up, and Jimmy had shit on his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, we got it. And this is probably one of the biggest selling rap albums of the year, Interscope. You know, Soulja Boy's pretty consistent. You know what I mean? But, you know, they spent a lot of money on 50. It was a little disappointment. Soulja Boy's making money because he didn't take no money to make it. You know what I'm saying? So, that's the toughest obstacle, is to be able to sit across from Jimmy Iovine and make him understand, make him speak your language.
Like, I'm from Cleveland, man. I'm from a factory-based city. I come from where I'm 7:30 to 3:30, nigga. Working for the ship out of Steelville, for real. Like, coming down here, like, for real. Coming down here, it's a different type of people in the industry. And it's hard for LT to deal with that. So I stay home. So that I am my biggest obstacle, because it's hard for me to get out and rub elbows, for real. That's my biggest obstacle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, to each his own. Like, everybody gonna have their own different obstacles and problems. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of producers, they got hot tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, you know what I'm saying? We trying to find A-list writers. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, making a hit song as far as the R&B. Like I'm well known in the street. We've been doing our thing in the street, but I'm crossing over to like R&B. You know what I'm saying? Country, rock, or wherever. Like my beats, I got all type of music. So for me, it's about finding writers that you can go to and depend on to be a part of your movement, to help you, you know what I'm saying, develop songs and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So that's my obstacle, is the writers, man. We looking for A-list writers that can bring hits to the table, and you know what I'm saying, bring songs to the table. For me.
Okay.
So if you are starting in the music business as a producer, if all you got is beats, or even if you're a songwriter, like if you're a songwriter, your first relationship should be with a producer. That's the very, very first. This before managers, this before anything, because you ain't got shit without no song. No songs, no shit. No money, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? No managers, no A&R meetings, no nothing. If you ain't got no music, period. So if you come into the music business, the first thing you need to do as a producer, develop a strong relationship with a great lyric and melody person. If you're a lyric and melody person, develop a great relationship with a strong producer, strong beat maker, strong person who can get behind them boards and make that shit happen.
If you do rap, if you just do rap and you don't do R&B, if it's possible, build a relationship with the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, make that connection with the artist, because that breaks down the wall of the A&R and the people that pick the music for that artist, because you got A&Rs and people, not nothing, like you said, nothing against A&Rs, but you got A&Rs that'll listen to beats and be like, no, I don't think that's good for him. And this happened to me before, and the artist so happened to get that beat, and then it went down. They actually liked it, like, I never heard this beat, like, oh, so-and-so ain't playing for him, that's crazy, because they thought they knew. And like, if you know what I'm saying, if you a producer, a rap producer, hip-hop producer, and you trying to venture your way in R&B, everything he said, do that. But if you just rap, build that relationship with that artist.
And to piggyback on him, that goes in R&B too. Like I'm gonna keep it real. Like, let me give you an example. Mariah Carey. When I started working with Mariah, I worked with Mariah through Jermaine for a lot of years, right? And you know, when Mariah went to go work on her new album, I didn't, you know, I'm obviously out of the loop. You know, Jermaine's my man still, my mentor, you know, that's my dude. I still call him on a regular basis. But I'm in LA doing what I'm doing, he's in Atlanta doing what he's doing. And I get a phone call from Mark Sudak, who is Mariah's manager. He's like, yo, I just heard this song, you know, Avery's doing called Stop Time. Mariah loves it, she wants you to go out and make some records. So I wasn't even expecting this phone call. I did the record for Avery Storm for free because of my relationship with Nelly, okay? So this is how relationships work. I had a relationship with Nelly. I did a record on the love for Nelly. It was a great record. Nelly then in turn plays the record for Mark Sudak because he's trying to get Mark Sudak to manage Avery Storm. Now at this point, I'm nowhere near the Mariah project. Okay, at this point I'm in LA doing my Interscope shit. I'm not nowhere near the Mariah project. Plays the record for Mark. Mark's like, oh, this shit was crazy. I'm gonna play it for Mariah. Plays it for Mariah. Mariah's like, yo, I want to go in the studio with B. Cox. So then Mark calls me like, yo, Mariah wants to go in the studio with you. Can you go to Anguilla for a week? I was like, yeah. In that week of Anguilla, me, Mariah, and Adonis, who's another songwriter I work with on a regular basis, built a relationship, like a really strong friendship in that 5 to 7 days. And I've known Mariah since 1999, but this is the first time we was really like, just me and her, that's it. From that, it goes, the middle person was completely taken out of it. So every time Mariah had an idea for a song, she'd hit me like, yo, P, I got an idea. If I had an idea, like, yo, MC, I got an idea. Yo, send the idea to me. She on it. It's not even like at this point, I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't have to play the records for Shakira. I don't have to send it to LA first. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm talking directly to Mariah. We can do 20 songs together. And she's picking it. Like, okay, well, you know, I need 20. I'm going to do these 10. You know, or whatever. You know, it goes the same way. Like, it's the same shit.